All right. Well, happy Wednesday evening to every single one of you, whether you be here live or on the replay. We want to welcome you guys to Wednesday Night Live. It is going to be just me tonight. My wife has lost her voice, and I'm doing my best to follow in her footsteps. I've not lost my voice, but I've got some of those signs. I'm like, oh, please, 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 not now, not now. We got so many incredible things, so many Zooms and challenges and people. It's amazing. So we are going to jump into this with a lot of preamble and give you guys a better sense as to who we are, where we're going, why we're exploding, more importantly, why you might want to participate. I'm going to grab my PowerPoint presentation here because I do believe that documentation beats conversation. We're going to walk you guys through all the different things we're doing as a company. But as we get ready to load the PowerPoint, for my wife and I, this whole thing kind of happened a little bit by fluke. We had a daughter that played softball. In fact, she played Division I softball. She got a scholarship to school back in Illinois. She actually set the home run record at her college with that ball right there. Yeah, so I'm just a little proud about that. You can see some of the softballs over my left shoulder there. Another home run ball right back there, right? I got them everywhere, right? So anyway, so she was playing softball. So we're traveling all over the country, trying to catch all her games. And so we're living in hotels. We're living in rental cars. As you can imagine, this is getting expensive. And so we were looking for a way to save money on travel. Well, I've known the owner of the company, David Hart, since 1998. And he's one of these guys that everything he touches turns to gold. I mean, just makes you sick. I mean, just everything he touches turns the latest gold nugget, right? And he was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year and all those kinds of things. And he's like, Todd, you got to try my travel product. It's going to blow you away. You won't believe the kind of money you can save. And so we tried it. And sure enough, we were booking stuff, 50% off, 70% off, 35% off. Well, as other sports parents like Daryl and Maria and other people heard about the rates we were paying versus the rates they were paying, they were begging us for a link. And so we signed them up. Well, you're going to find out in our kind of a program that once you bring on 3 people, the entire membership is no longer costing you anything on an ongoing basis. Well, with the membership, you're also getting these travel points every single month. And those points are good for actual vacations all over the world. No blackout dates. You can book 365. There's over 480,000 weeks to choose from right this very moment. And so there's no lack of, places you can go or any of that kind of stuff, right? And so as we started taking the trips, we were going on for virtually free, people saw us travel like, hold on, you got that trip because you simply told 3 people how to save big time money on travel. And then they started telling people, and it spread to 60 plus countries. It's turned into a 7-figure business. And guys, we are everyday, normal, average people. My wife managed a Kohl's department store for 20 years. It was only in this past year when our income from this, became so much greater than what she was making as an executive for Kohl's that she quit her job. And so today, all we do is we travel, vacation, have fun. And it seems like the more fun we have, the more money we make. And our story could become your story. Our story is being replicated by all kinds of different people all around the world. And so I'm going to walk you through the details of the company and who we are and what we're doing and how this all works and that kind of stuff, right? So let me get my PowerPoint up here. Click that off. Here we go. All right. So the name of our company is Travorium. That's kind of like, travel and emporium. So it's Travorium, right? We're an emporium of travel. And this is our home office in Southern California. We also happen to have a corporate presence in Madrid, Spain. But beautiful home office, customer service in multiple languages. We paid out millions and millions and millions and millions in commissions all around the globe. The paychecks go out every Friday on time, every time, as they have for the past, 10 years. The company's in its 11th year in business. That's a picture of our CEO and founder and his lovely wife, Miss Adela. Again, they are world-class entrepreneurs. As I mentioned before, he was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. So he didn't win, but he was a runner-up. And Inc. magazine, being one of the more prestigious business publications in the world, simply recognizes this gentleman as one of the better entrepreneurs on the planet. Now, his vision, his dream, his goal, objective is to go out and show everyday people how they can book travel at the travel agent rate. I'm going to get into the details of what that means and how that works, but it means you can book travel for up to 70% off. Yes, up to 70% off. Secondarily, you could quickly earn travel points toward vacation. Well, I kind of already told you about that, right? We told 3 people. When you tell 3 people at that moment, you are now earning more than you're spending. So you have the membership at no ongoing cost to you, but you still have the benefits of the membership, which include vacations, right? That you can go on for virtually nothing. And then finally, for some of you, if you choose, you can elect to partner with our company and you can earn money from home, showing others how to save money on travel. Okay, so we're going to go through all those details. Now, travel is the single largest industry in the world. Nothing comes close. And the reason you want to know that is that business experts can tell you that your chances of financial success are in direct proportion to the size of the industry that you're involved in. In other words, the bigger the industry, the greater chance you have of having a positive financial outcome. The smaller, the more niche the industry, well, the harder it is to gain traction. Well, nothing comes even remotely close to the size and the scope of the travel industry. It's the one thing everybody wants to do. Go out and ask 100 people, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? I travel. Ask people about their bucket list, the things I want to do before I die, right? On that list, there's all these travel destinations. And you're like, well, if these are your dreams, why don't you go? And it's the same answer. Well, I can't afford it. It's not that they don't want to go. I can't afford it. I'm going to show you how you can afford it, not next year, now, right? How you can make all this happen without tapping into your own bank account, right? Without tapping into the family budget. Now, when we talk about saving people money on travel, we do it with resorts, hotels, cruises, rental cars. We have shopping, dining, show tickets, concert tickets, NFL tickets. We have a lady on the team. She just saved $1,800 on her Dallas Cowboy tickets. Alicia Davis saved $1,500 on her Beyonce tickets, right? I mean, it's crazy the way you can save money with our program. Now, one final thing about travel. This article came out 90 days ago from Fortune magazine, and they simply made the observation that 2/3 of the entire global population no longer views travel as a luxury, but rather a necessity. They would rather have experiences than things. They would rather take a dream vacation than buy a brand new car. 2/3 of the global population, right? So travel's not only the biggest, it is about to have a boom, the kind you've never seen before. Call it right time, right place. Now, here's the dirty secret in the travel business. 2 companies control the entire space. Nobody knows that, right? Nobody knows that. In fact, it was NBC News, investigative reports. They're the ones that broke the story. They broke the story about 18 months ago. And I told you, I believe that documentation beats conversation. So I'm going to let NBC News tell you.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of 1 or 2 companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company.
Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by 1 of 2 companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
All right, guys, that last line was one of the keys. Calling the hotel directly isn't going to help you either, because the hotels will not undercut Expedia and Priceline. Why? You undercut us, we're going to kick you off our platform. There goes all your traffic. There goes all your business. There goes all your money. You just cut your own throat. Nobody's going to do that. So here's what it means to be in the travel business today. On the screen, this is a picture of my middle daughter, and she is a oral surgeon in Pennsylvania. Her husband is a dentist, so they have 2 very professional incomes. They got married about 18 months ago, wanted to take their honeymoon to the Maldives, wanted to get one of those private bungalows like you see on the screen right there. On Expedia's website, this goes for $10,000. On our site, same room, same date, same everything, $6,000. We are $4,000 cheaper for 1 week. People say, well, hold on, Todd, wait a minute, hold on. Expedia, that's a huge company. How are you guys getting a better rate than them? To which I reply, we don't have a better rate than them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. $6,000 is the rate. Expedia chose to market up to $10,000. Then they chose to buy up every other travel site you can think of. Then if you called the hotel directly, they're not going to undercut Expedia. They're like, yeah, 10,000, that's the rate. When 6,000 is the real rate. Now you know how the travel business works. This is how these guys became a top 10 internet company in the world, although they do not own anything travel related. So think about this. Top 10 list. Here it is. Amazon, Google, Facebook, Alibaba, eBay, Netflix, Priceline, and Expedia. They're all making billions and billions and billions of dollars every single month. But Expedia and Priceline don't have a hotel. They don't have a car rental agency. They don't have a cruise line or resort or an airline. How are they making billions? Because they own a monopoly. They're taking the wholesale price, jacking it up. Most people have no clue. And we are obviously bringing a whole new model. That era ends today, right? We're bringing a new way to book travel without all of that markup, which means you can book at $11.48 instead of $17.97. You can go to the Paradise Point Hotel for $665 instead of $13.07. Guys, that's a $641 savings. If you pull out your calculator, because this is only on 3 nights, 641 divided by 3 nights, you are saving $213 per night. It's not like they marked it up $10, guys. They marked it up $213 a night. At some level, that should offend you. How many hundreds of millions of moms and dads dream of taking their kids to San Diego? Hey, we'll go to the beach, we'll go to the zoo, we'll go to SeaWorld. Oh, yeah. We ain't going anywhere. It's too expensive, right? Because some internet site jacked the price up, right? This is a new model, a new era that ends now. Now, that's not what made us big. What made us big is what I'm about to show you next. This is our Dreamcation platform. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how they can have an unbelievable vacation every single year. Now, I'm going to show this to you from our platinum perspective because it is by far our #1 seller. It's not even close. And so if you buy the platinum product, you're going to get 2 vacations per year, okay? And you're also going to get 1 vacation for free. So we have the free trip incentive that you get for when you buy the package, you get the free trip incentive, okay? You're not buying the free trip incentive. We give it to you, right? But you're going to get 3 trips per year. That's the bottom line, okay? And I'm going to show you the kinds of vacations that you're going to go on. The Canary Islands, right? Now, these are just like the Hawaiian Islands. Instead of being in the Pacific Ocean, they're in the Atlantic Ocean. Equally great, beautiful, gorgeous. You'll never want to leave. You can go there for 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. This is one of your 3 trips. Maybe you'd rather go to Disney. This is a name brand resort, a name all of you would recognize in a nanosecond. And you can get a 1-bedroom. You can get a full kitchen, dining room, living room, flat screen TV, fireplace, jacuzzi tub in the master suite. Now it's the honeymoon suite. And you can get this place for $84. For 7 nights, 8 days, it's one of your 3 trips. This is a place that my wife and I went to. Now, this is in Cabo San Lucas. This is a 5-star resort. We were here 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. It was one of our 3 trips. There's 480,000 weeks. There's no blackout dates, no contracts. You can book 365 days out of the year. That's my wife, Gina. Hi, honey. Get your voice back. This is the beautiful blue ocean. You can see all the different swimming pools. They got a swim-up bar down there. They got 3 restaurants down there. Up here on the roof, they have an infinity pool. It looks like it runs right off the roof. When you're in the pool, all you have is the ocean behind you. Unbelievable pictures, right? These are the kinds of trips that you're going to be going on. And oh, by the way, if you tell 3 other people how they can legitimately save big time money on travel, your membership no longer coming off your credit card. You are now earning more than you're spending. You're getting everything I'm talking about at no cost to you. You still get all the trips, all the points. I'm still getting 3 trips. Yeah. What am I paying? 0, right? All because you told 3 people how to save big time money. And that's really kind of the big idea here, guys, that when you can show moms and dads how they can take unbelievable vacations without tapping into the already stretched family budget. In fact, let me just play this scenario out real quick. Let me ask you this question. How many billions of moms and dads dream of taking their kids on incredible vacations? Approximately. All of them. I mean, what mom and dad doesn't dream of that? So there's no lack of dreams. There's only a lack of finances. Can I afford to take the trip? Well, now you can go book that trip 70% off, 50% off, right? And guys, whoever invited you to be here, they can open up their back office, right? They can say, hey, let's open up Expedia. Let's open up the Travorium. Where you want to go. This is the good stuff, right? Because we got the proof, right? We got the proof. We are literally saving people a fortune. We happily do that, right? Anyway, so when you see it with your own eyes, you're like, holy crap, he wasn't kidding. It's really 60% off, okay? When you see that. So mom says, wow, I can save a lot of money. Then we say, by the way, mom and dad, if you tell 3 other moms and dads how they can save big time money on travel, you get the entire membership at no ongoing cost to you, which means your kids are getting 3 vacations per year for virtually nothing. Mom's like, wait a minute. I tell 3 people and my kids get vacations? Be right back. Why did you say so? Guys, they would do it for that reason and that reason alone. And when you fully comprehend that, you're like, okay, I get it. I get it. I see why it's spreading. The fact that we get paid money on top of that's just icing on the cake. Now, let me go back real quick because some people again say, are there any blackout dates, right? Guys, 480,000 weeks, right? This very moment. And you can book in the United States, Mexico, Canada, Caribbean, Europe, Australia, South Pacific, South America, Central America, Asia, Africa, Middle East. Where do you want to go? All of those menus open up. So if I go to the third from the left, it says Connecticut, Delaware, Florida Disney. Disney's got its own section. Florida Other, Florida East Coast, Florida West Coast, Florida Panhandle, Florida Now, Florida North, Florida South, right? They got Florida everything, right? So there's a detailed menu where, hey, I want to go to Florida West Coast, Florida Panhandle, right? You can specify. Well, I did a search for you guys, just so you guys can see this. If you look at the one all the way over from the left, then all the way on the right, okay? You'll see, and I'll put my cursor up here. You'll see I did a search for the Florida Disney area alone, okay? And I did this back on May 15, 2023. And then here was the red arrow. 64 different places came up just for the Disney area alone on the date range on May 15th, guys. There's no lack of places to go. There's no blackout dates, no contracts. None of that applies. Now, that's our getaways, 480,000 weeks. We also happen to have world tours. Now, what are those? This is where all of us go to the same resort at the same time. Now, you don't have to interact with the other people. There's no set agenda. There's no set itinerary. But you're going to find out that if you're like most people, it's one thing to go to an amazing place like Dubai, okay? And we had a ton of people that just got back from there. I mean, oh my gosh, Dubai, this is incredible. And it is. And they were at a 5-star resort, waterfront, breakfast included. They were there for $99. You think it doesn't get any better than that, but it does. Because when you're there with the Travorium family, people from all over the world, people from Peru, Argentina, Chile, people from Colombia, people from obviously France, people from Germany, people from the Canary Islands, people from Morocco, people from Romania. You're there with, people from all over, Canada, the Philippines, Japan, Singapore. And you create these friendships that will transcend continents. And it's just this experience. You have to be there when you meet like-minded people and people from all over the world. You're like, okay, that was epic. When are we going back, right? And so again, $99 Dubai. Maybe you'd rather go to Cartagena, Colombia, $199. Montego Bay, 5-star resort, oceanfront, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. Less money than the cost of a Motel 6. Maybe you want to go to Portugal, $249. Puerto Vallarta, all the food, all the drinks, everything included, $29. Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the brand new $4.5 billion 5-star resort that they just built on the Strip. 5 days, $76 is your total price for all 5 days. Not $76 a night, not $76 a person. $76 is your total price. Guys, you can't go to the Roach Motel where they steal your towel for $76 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Malaga, Spain, $32. Morocco, $9. Portugal, this is a brand new place, by the way. 5-star, 9-hole golf course. Look at the pictures, guys. It's right there on the cliff with the water. I mean, look at your room. You got the ocean view. I mean, unbelievable, $99. Denmark, $9. Vail, Colorado, 852. Now you might be thinking like, wait a minute, hold on, Todd, you've been doing 29, 32, 9, 9, and 852. Believe it or not, the savings on this one is actually bigger than the savings on some of the other ones I showed you. Understand, this is Vail, Colorado, December 12th to the 17th. This is when the mountains are covered in snow. The town is covered in Christmas lights. The Santas are out there ringing the bells. You got the cookie shops, the coffee shops, the wine shops, the bistros. Everyone's watching them Hallmark movies at home. They're all dreaming of this kind of a scenario. The room prices go through the roof. I mean, it's thousands of dollars to go here. Not with us. You're there for $852, breakfast included. All right. So, I mean, guys, this is an unbelievable steal. Lake Geneva, just look at the view. You want to go to Punta Cana. We took our oldest daughter, son-in-law, 2 grandkids there. They loved it. Paris, France. I was here 3 weeks ago with my youngest daughter, my son-in-law, and my granddaughter. Venice, Italy, $1. Okay. $1. Now, this is a joke. Okay. But guys, if you can find this trip for less money than what we're offering, $1, I will personally pay you the difference. All right. Athens, Greece, $99. Guys, my wife and I were on this trip in March. Okay. And I want to talk about the breakfast for a second. They had like 7 different serving stations. They had endless mimosas, all the champagne you want to drink if you like champagne. They had a whole coffee bar with all the baristas, any kind of coffee you want. They had chocolate melting down the wall. You could go over there with the French toast, the waffles, the pancakes, right? They had 3 tables dedicated just to dessert. They had another table where, again, this is a very European thing. They had the olives and the little meats and the cheeses and the this and the that. And then they had another station where they got the bacon and the sausage and the eggs. And the chef says, how do you want your omelet? We'll make it up any way you like, right? I mean, guys, the breakfast alone is $50 a day. $50 a day per person. There's 2 of you are talking $100 a day in breakfast. We were here in this incredible room, the huge room. We had a door that went to the balcony from the bedroom, a door that went to the balcony from the sitting room. You have the ocean view. You can see the ocean. You have all of Athens, Greece right there in front of you, surrounded by the mountains. And then you are guaranteed a view of the Parthenon. It is literally right across the street. In fact, I sat there on my balcony sipping wine, right? And I took this picture from the very phone I'm holding this very moment. And you guys are guaranteed this exact same view. That is the Parthenon is 2,500 years old. It still stands. I mean, it's 500 years older than Jesus himself. This is one of the reasons people go there with all the Greek mythology, all the amazing food, guys. $99. Hawaii, $100 a day to walk on the beaches. Crete, Greece, all the food, all the drinks, everything. $319. Just look at the view. Bordeaux, France, $32. Guys, I'm just trying to give you a taste of just some of the kinds of places you're going to get to go, right? 480,000 weeks. I just covered a handful of places, right? But again, no blackout dates. These trips are unbelievable. And your big decision to get started is $79, right? For $79, I can become a partner in the company. I get a back office. I get a replicated website. I get an ID number. They do the tracking, the training, all those kinds of things. From there, I select my level of membership. I've got the small. I want to book at the travel agent rate. That's $49 a month. I got the medium. I want to book at the travel agent rate and give me 1 vacation per year. Well, $129 down, $69 a month. Then we got the one that everybody buys, right? I want the 2 vacations per year, plus that extra one I get for free. So that's 3. Plus, I want the travel agent rate. Well, that's $249 down, $125 per month. Number 1 seller by far. And the big thing is that when you get 3 people, what's it costing you? Nothing. Nada. Goose egg. In fact, we're paying you. Because when you get 3 people, you're going to be earning from our company $127 a month. You're only paying us $125 a month, which leaves you a $2 per month profit. You're getting paid to go on vacation. Not a lot, but you're getting paid, right? So guys, at this moment, you are now a travelpreneur. You can, run your business. And because you have a business from home, you can write off your house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, internet. You can Google this subject. You can buy best-selling books on this subject. You can go see your local tax professional about this subject. But you're going to find out that you can, in fact, save $400 to $500 per month in real money every single month. And the membership's only $125 a month. So I'm paying $125 a month for my home-based business, which is saving me $400 to $500 a month in taxes. I'm saving 2 to 3 times as much in taxes as it even costs to be in the membership. I mean, whose side are you on? And you can go validate all of that with your tax. Don't take my word for it. Again, Google it, buy best-selling books on it. Go see your local tax professional. I beg you to do all 3, because you're going to find out, man, that guy wasn't kidding. I mean, I'm saving way more in taxes than it costs for the membership. Exactly. Whose side are you on? Now, from here, you begin to share this information with other people, right? And that's going to kick in our 10X compensation program. We call it 10X because we literally pay out 10 times as much as other companies in our space. Now, it all starts by getting 3. And your 3 tell 3, their 3 tell 3, that kicks in the social sharing ripple effect. Now, this is something you guys have done your entire life. You've told people about a great movie. You've told people about a great restaurant, but they couldn't track it, right? I mean, we couldn't track that you told Mary, who told Bob, who told Sam about the restaurant, that they came in and paid money. There was no way to track, how to do that. Today, we can track it. We can track every bit of it. And so as you tell people who tell people who tell people how to save money, we track all of that. And the more people that get involved, the more money we send you. We're going to send you money for that ripple effect that happens. So how cool is that? Now, the number one thing that gets shared on social media, by the way, is travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. And here's the one thing I want you to leave this Zoom with. If there's one idea that you leave tonight with, it's this. And this is Warren Buffett. He's the 5th richest man in the entire world. And this is his quote. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. And the reason I emphasize that is because that is not what is being taught in school. My daughter, my youngest, has an MBA, a master's in business. She went to high school and college and went to the master's program, and she was never once told ever, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until the day you die. She was taught, go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job. It's going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay. And people have figured that out. That is why the fastest growing segment of the global economy is called the gig economy. People are looking for the side hustle. That's why they're driving Uber and driving Lyft. That's why they're selling stuff on eBay and selling stuff on Amazon. That's why they're doing Airbnb and podcasts and YouTube videos. That's why they're doing DoorDash and Instacart and all these other crazy things, because the regular model of go to school, get a degree, get a job, that left with Leave It to Beaver. That left with the Brady Bunch, right? That was yesterday. That is not today. And so people are figuring that out. And when you learn how to have money that's coming in month after month, whether you work or not, there's nothing better. I can go build a base of business that creates an income that I don't have to wake up in the morning at a certain time. I don't have to be a certain place. I can do what I want, when I want, with whom I want, anytime I want. That's called freedom, right? That's called freedom. I happen to be one of those people. I have 6 Saturdays, 1 Sunday. People say, hey, Todd, what time do you wake up in the morning? When I'm done sleeping. What time do you wake up? I have no place I have to be. And it is the most incredible feeling in the world. And it's something that any one of you can replicate and do if you simply decide to. And I'm going to walk you through that, show you how that works. Number one, we're going to go out and get 3 people. Okay. You get 3, you're earning more than you're spending. Now, we happen to be a binary compensation program. Binary meaning 2. You have a left leg and you have a right leg. So let's assume for one moment that you go out and you're going to bring somebody on board and you bring on Miss Willie Ann from Hawaii. That's your very first person. And your second person you had to bring on happens to be Coach Wright. So you got Willie Ann in your left leg, you got Coach Wright in your right leg. Okay. Well, the very next person you bring on happens to be Miss Annette, right? You got Norm and Annette, you bring them on board and you put Norm and Annette down below Willie Ann. Well, Willie Ann doesn't know Norm and Annette, or Norm and Annette don't know Willie Ann. But if Norm and Annette go out and build a big old business, which they're in the process of doing, Willie Ann's going to overwrite every bit of that business just like you. And we just build 2 legs straight down. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay. Now, from there, I'm going to assume you bring on another person. You bring on a 4th person. Okay. And the reason I'm bringing on the 4th person, I want to keep the legs even. 2 left, 2 right. Your 4 people tell a couple people each. That's going to give you 8 customers in the left leg, 8 customers in the right leg. You are now earning $400 to $700 per month residual income. There's a range there because there's some other bonuses that kick in, but I believe the company recently said the average is 588 or 586, something like that, right? That's the average income. Most people are just shy of $600 a month when they hit this level. Now you got 8 left, 8 right. They tell a couple people each. That's going to give you 25 on the left, 25 on the right. You are now earning somewhere between 1,500 and 2,500 per month, with the average being something closer to $2,000, right? So I'm making $2,000 a month in reoccurring residual income. And the company sends me one of those championship rings you see there on the screen. Well, those 25 on each side tell a couple people each. Now you got 63 on the left, 63 on the right. You are now earning somewhere in the $3,000 per month income range, an extra 30 to 40,000 a year, part-time. Now, those 63 on the left, 63 on the right, tell one person each. That gives you 125 on each side. You are now earning $4,000 to $5,000 per month in ongoing residual income. And if you get just half of the 125 on each side to tell one person each, you are now an ambassador, which means you are now earning $9,000 to $11,000 per month, $108,000 to $132,000 per year in ongoing residual income. Now, what is that worth? Well, if you wanted to make $10,000 a month, which is ballpark what we're talking here, you'd have to have $4 million in the, $2 million in the bank. Get my numbers mixed up here. You have to have $2 million in the bank at a 5% rate of return. Now, you might be thinking, Todd, there's not a single bank on the planet paying 5%. I'm aware of that. But let's just stick with the hypothetical, right? Let's assume that some bank decided to quadruple, it'd actually be a lot more than that, the amount of interest they're paying, right? And they were going to actually pay you some interest on your money, right? Let's just assume in fantasy land, you were making 5%. Well, you got $2 million in the bank. They're paying me 5%. That pays me 10 grand a month. Now, how much money do you have to make, right, before taxes to have $2 million after taxes? Oh, wow. Forgot about that. Probably got to make $4 million before taxes to have $2 million after taxes to put in the bank so that I can make my 5%, make my 10 grand a month. Or I could just go do what I just showed you. We've had people get here in 6 months. People get here in less than 5 months, 10 months, 9 months, 8 months, right? We've had people never get here. I don't know you. I don't know your mix of skills. What I do know is that if some people are getting here in less than 5 months, some people are getting here in 8 months, 10 months, 6 months, it's obviously something doable, all right? It's doable. Maybe it's going to take you 20 months, 30 months, 50 months. But how long have you been working now? 30 years. And if you quit tomorrow, how much would they pay you approximately? 0. If you died tomorrow, how much would they pay to your kids? Approximately 0. In the next 6 months to 20 months to 30 months, if you could build a residual income of this kind of money, what would that be worth? Everything, because time is more valuable than money, right? Because for most people at this point, I could quit my job and do the things I really want to do in life, right? And so, guys, this is just the beginning. As your team grows, so does the money. It goes all the way up to $1 million or $3,200 a day, $96,000 a month, over $1 million a year. So it's, amazing compensation program. And we have a lot of other perks. We have our ambassador. We have our Louis Vuitton experience. When you become an ambassador, they take you shopping at Louis Vuitton on the company credit card. They're going to give you a vacation, actually 2 more vacations. So you get 3 vacations with the product. And when you become an ambassador, you get 2 more vacations. And these include airfare credit. Okay. Now you got 5 vacations per year. You're making ballpark 10 grand a month, and your check's only going up. Also, as you become a 3-star ambassador, then they start handing out, $8,000 James Bond watches like this one, or the one that Joe Roberts recently just got. So guys, amazing company. Everything's in place. The only thing we're missing is you. And if you get involved in our company, your absolute worst case scenario is you're going to go on some amazing vacations at an unbelievable price. You're worth the investment. Your family is worth the investment. You're worth the try. You're worth the consideration. Even if you just say, you know what, I'm going to take this to my tax pro and check that out. Or, hey, take me to your back office and let's compare prices and do that kind of thing. Guys, you can validate every aspect of everything that I brought up tonight. And you're going to find out that all of the trends are heading our direction. People are looking for the gig economy. They're looking for a way to make money from home. They're looking for memberships. We're now living in the membership economy. If you go back 20 years ago, you hardly had any memberships. Today, you're like, oh yeah, I got a Spotify membership. I got a Pandora membership. I've got a Apple Music membership. I've got an Apple storage, Google storage. I got a Microsoft 365. Oh yeah, we got Disney Plus, HBO, gym membership. We got Costco. We got Sam's Club. We're living in the membership era. We are the travel membership that puts a lot of money back in people's pockets. And so, guys, we appreciate you being here tonight. I hope you guys got some value from this. If you can't tell, I keep sniffling, right? My wife lost her voice. Now I'm doing the sniffles and stuff like that. I'm like keeping my tissues nearby. So I thank you for bearing through this with me. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go check our guest list real quick. See if there's anybody by chance we might want to just pull on here and embarrass for the embarrassment's sake. No, we won't do that tonight. All right. So guys, appreciate you being here. Have a great evening and God bless. Bye, everybody.